Hello? 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 Hit the like button. It is I, Tradespotting. I think it's working. Is that working now? Say hello to me if it's working. If it is working, you'll be able to see the charts. Thanks, Wiki Wilkes, for that yesterday. And everybody. Today, a new day. We're looking at DOTUSDT. We had this potential, reversal. So far, so good from the start of January. Hi, Lisa. Great to see you, Lisa. Price action then came back down again. I was a little bit weary. Still am, but if Bitcoin goes up, as Tam said, it seems to follow Bitcoin. It is a cryptocurrency after all. That's the 2-day time frame. Take it on a 4-hour. I think that you could manage your risk with this previous low here. And some people will be looking at it as an entry if Bitcoin moves up already. But you could get a little bit more on that, a little bit more chocolate on that potentially. And here on the 4-hour time frame, if we did take a Fibonacci in here and measure this breakdown, looking for an 886 retracement, you come in around 7.4. I'd say that's quite likely because, boom, back to the daily time frame. This formation here, holding support, holding the 382, nowhere near back down at the 236 when it was there, held it. If it did move up from here, you could easily be back, if you're back above your golden pocket, which you would be with that 7.4. You're targeting 886 on this guy. And if you break the 886 on that guy at 9, I think you'd be looking for a 1.14 extension. That would be the Fibonacci expansion after this pattern of Fibonacci extensions via the retracement moves, which all matches up with this 1.14 extension up around 14. So that's what my thinking is on long-term targets on DOT, in around 14. Weekly, this looks like the most recent Bitcoin oscillations. As you can see, back down, retraced 786 here, 786, 1.14 expansion. That's what you'll be looking at. That's what we're looking at within this little move. Doesn't break the prior highs. If you get 1618, maybe you'll be looking at moving all the way back up to 23 eventually. 17, maybe you get 23. But ahead of that, 14. That's what I'd be looking at. 14 with a target of 7.4 on the way. And if we take it into the tiny time frames, because it's all about getting into the move, who gives a shit what Tradespotting thinks anything's going to? Or even, for that matter, what you think it's going to. Nobody cares. And nobody will care at any stage whether the price goes there or not. But you can manage your entry. Then you're doing the hard part of the trade well. If you can execute here at the right areas and the right time so that you can get your stop into profit, protect your trade, and then if it starts moving away to the top side, move into profit even further. Rocket outcrop flash here, it's interrupted 3 passes at 6, very possible accumulation then, and another level of support at those levels. 30-minute time frame, you could say that this formation is holding then. If it was looking at it moving to the top side and expanding, broadening wedge, you could be looking at another high coming in. And then if you drop down to the 5 minutes, you could easily get this trade ahead of 5.931, and price action then might give you an opportunity to move your stop into profit. If it does come down from these levels, you'll be looking at sideways price action, and so I'd want my stop to be beyond this level of support that we identified earlier on the 4-hour. There's lots of different places you can see it. 30 minutes, if I just drag this across for illustrative purposes, you want your stop below those lows, and if it does exceed that, then you'll come back down again, testing this thing. Nature of these retracements, I'd expect at least a golden pocket, probably a 786, so you don't necessarily want to be holding it beyond that level there, in it around 5.64. That's already a big chunk from 5.8, so careful, but looks good to me long term. And if you can manage to execute, as I'm saying on the entry, with that little flash, maybe that helps you. This accumulation point in around 6, maybe that helps some more. And capital protection, profit protection strategies. So that's what I wanted to talk about briefly. I think there's an awful lot of opportunity in real estate investment trusts at the minute. They've taken a bigger hit to their share price than the valuations of the things they hold recently, partly due to the crisis in the bond market and financial services spilling over into the real estate sector. So I think there's some opportunities there on the long side, potentially. These guys think they're innovative. JRE. Very spotty chart, obviously, on these low time frames. Don't have too much emphasis there. VNQ, a lot of liquidity here, where most of the REIT money is. So I'd be looking at that. And if I was paying attention to bonds, I would still be staying far away from HYG. Looks like it may be topping over. People will be looking at the select sectors and seeing what happened to energy, and is it going to continue? 5.37% today. 15-minute time frame, spread this guy out. May well be that you're looking at a retracement back up again. Whether you get that 89, returns away from it at the moment, but there is a gap to aim to. Back inside this formation, a little bit of displacement. So I'd keep my eye on particular oil companies, those with downstream capacity, refineries and such. I also thought it would be interesting to look to then individual oil companies. So I don't know what you guys are thinking on that front. Where's my oil watch list gone? I can't see it. I can't see my oil watch list. Things to look to then. I mean, there's a really strong move on this. SCO. Short. Ultra short. Very much like SRS for real estate. But this is on oil and crude oil. It looks like it's already made a bit of a move out. I've obviously got a trade here, but it's exceeding its prior highs, and it could be a little bit further if so. Next target 58, currently at 30. And the top side of this could even go all the way up to 200. Oh my goodness gracious me. Talking about refinery capacity. Bit of a drop there. ExxonMobil. Good value dividend play until recently. Not so much anymore. And then a couple of other things I've been paying attention to with regards to oil, but more on them another day. And then what else did I want to check here? Something that you guys wanted to see. Pretty thought you guys would want to see it. Yeah, so strong move there. We talked about that. Danger. UPST continues. And then OTLY, Rocky and KT were talking about this. Strong moves earlier on in the day, as high as 240. Retracement here, catching a higher low. So another move up to 273. Whew, shocking. Though it does look like there's a little bit of risk on, so I'd be managing that trade. Right, what have I missed? Colin, great to see you. Tam, good to see you. What did we get in our poll? 67. We think it'll make new all-time highs. Two-thirds of yous. Nearly enough to say you're probably right. Not enough liquidity on the other side of the trade to go chasing their stops. How is everybody? Is right? Hit the like button? I hope so. Let's hope so. Let me know if you want me to look at anything in particular. Using the links, of course. Happy to do so. Other trades we can talk about, things we've looked to before. If you're interested in checking in with the Millionaire Maker series, got lots of other things on the go here, obviously. Lots of other things. Retracements back down again. Might start interesting some folks. 888. A lot of potential here. Did we do this live on the Millionaire Makers yet, or was it something I've planned? I think it was something I planned but haven't actually done yet. So you get a treat here. So yeah, 888 opportunities on this guy. Why? Yes. Right, so yeah, golden pocket retracement, double bottom here, and lots of bullish divergence, pulling out of the bearish control zone, 4-hour time frame, still there. Accumulation zone back at this prior low, but obvious that support here. Hey guys, you've kind of made it obvious for us here. So in around 130, Pay attention there. A little bit of a gap ahead of it. A little bit there, 100. Pay attention, it's $30 on this thing. 50% up already. That's what it's not. Actually, that's not at all. It's down, jumping into your hands here at 4.74% today. So yeah, this is what one we're going to add to the Millionaire Maker series. Can't take 100% credit for this because it comes from Sir Rocket Atacropo. Serenity Aretacropato. So you've got multiple touch of bullish divergence, and you've got, well, as we said, a lower low here, not so much on the RSI, and a double bottom, and then up at bigger time frames, looking at long-term support. Interesting. I think this is very interesting. You know, interesting. Overall market picking up a little bit. Chinese tourism completely opening up now. MGM China and whatnot getting a little bit of lift when the casinos opening in Macau. And if the overall industry picks up, then I'd expect, you know, not imagine that huge regulation are going to jump on these guys, and any ban on advertising in sports typically good for their marketing budget. They spend it in better ways, right? The rest of that brand awareness, more of that direct marketing, posting them letters here, come and buy some of our gambling things. They'll say, where's KT giving me the typist to boot? To give me my typist to boot. The typist, the magic boot, the story of the magic boot, and the chief stenographer. Bow are you Tradespotting? Bow are me, fantastic. Well, we've got this 888 trade. That's keeping me going. This is my sustenance. The 888. So that's interesting, right? It looks like it could be a good move, yeah. So if it did move towards 100, that'd be 50%. At next target in around 130, that'd be 100%. That's very much a Millionaire Maker trade. And if we're looking at this thing come back just for like an oscillation in around there, and then the next upside of the golden pocket there, you know, this could be fantastic, right? So this is what we're looking at on 888. You manage your risk, you know, because it's your risk. But these are the levels that make it easy for you. Looking left. Oh, you like a bit of that. This thing needs to stop being so absurd, right? It's not going to happen. But, you know, talk. So then we move it back again because we love all these moving our mouse around. Wow. So it could be looking at this. You know, you could be looking at something like this. Overall, if the crypto market, the gambling market, the... what other markets? I mean, those two, very tenuous link there. So anywho, yeah, we could be looking at something here. Risk reward ratio 35-1 on that thing. You don't need that much. You know, like I'm saying, you only want to take it as sensible, take profit targets. Down around 15 minutes. Do we find anything? Do we find it? Yeah, well, this lower side of the gap, orientating for a trade towards that direction. It's 50% of, I guess. You know, so you can manage it. You can do it. It's not financial advice, but managing it means not getting stopped out and taking advantage of that potential move. Hey, potential move, hey? Why are we not getting more of these? Well, we've seen that perfect, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've seen that was an immediate one. We've got nothing else helpful other than this gap, I suppose. Which, I mean, a bit of a luxury really to have it at all. So that's what you're targeting, and you're making it work off the back of this guy, which you've got plenty of divergence here. You know, if you do manage to break that high at 63, maybe that's when the trade is on. Prior highs within this downward sloping formation itself is like, you know, a erg has been for a while. So if you were to see this break, you know, you get an early sign. Not seen it yet. Still very true. If this breaks up, oh, it's exciting, so it would be. And you're looking for a quick break of 64. Yeah. So maybe a little bit of a box there then, you know. And you can make it work with this. You can make it work with that area there. Or one very similar to it. Managing your risk here. You could be looking for more chocolate on your biscuit. Basis line within this formation here. That holds this reversal formation. The liquidity. If a lot of volume comes in, confirms a move, maybe you exceed these initial targets. But I'd be looking up around these levels, you know. 65. Managing that from 63. Give you an entry in around those there, right? Manage your risk with anything back within this formation. That looks interesting. Start something, yeah. Start something. Daily time frame. A little bit of action on a go with that thing. Oh my goodness, eh? Wow. So you got to be careful, but that's a big potential move for everybody to look at and salivate around the potential for. I am going to buy a new wheeled buggy for work. My poor wrists are getting pulled out. Oh no! Have you got any carrot cake? Hey, me too, Lisa. Me too. Me three. Right, that's a brilliant show. You know, loads of little tips there. Millionaire Maker series updates. Yeah. A little bit of interest in the crypto market. If it does move up, it would be good to see. The Bitcoin itself, 29, and then easily, like Rocky's show earlier on, gave you reason to look to around 40 if you were feeling like looking for extra bullish targets beyond those immediate ones. There's plenty of them, but even that from here on Bitcoin might not be the same potential you're getting on some alts. Might not be, in the first stage of the move, sure, until the markets are completely going trending in one direction, you can anticipate that there'll be still some advantage to Bitcoin in an ambiguous narrative compared to the alts. So the Bitcoin dominance might keep its current trajectory to the top side intact temporarily, at least, but that doesn't necessarily mean bad news for the alts. And we'll see how it works out. Her DoorDash is a good side gig. Can he get enough of them gigs, eh? Can he get enough of them? Little one here, little one there. I think you're right, probably. I don't know if it's a particularly good investment, but it's certainly one route to getting on your bike, hey? Get on your bike. So what else? Everything done? I think we've had a great day, considering. Thank you very much, everybody who watches the stream, who hits that like button. It's appreciated. You should check out Rocky's live show today. It's really good use of your time. If you're looking for... Life too boring for without side gigs. I know, you need a side kick to help you with side gigs. Rocky's show today. Brilliant. Check it out. Everybody who supports this stream, thank you so much. You can do it after the fact using the links in the description. And if you ever want me to look at a ticker, you can also use that link and I'll get back to you with a personalized response from the charts. Hey, what about that? So we made it, even though it was a little bit late. It's after midnight again. It's after midnight again, so it's but hey ha, look at me. It's just a tired boy from Scotland. A tired Scotland. Who are you looking at? Look at this whole stream. It's no wonder I felt that way. Anywho, so tomorrow for more of the same. Bing bong. XD, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for being a member. 13 months on Chimp, eh? Thank you very much, sir. It's more than 13 overall, though, isn't it? What's that all about? Holidays, maybe. Hollybobs. Oh, wouldn't they be nice? We've made another day without schmicking the rain. Without schmicking the rain. Hit that like button. Support the stream. See you tomorrow. Use the links in the description.